Camera pans over a dense, mist-covered jungle. The sounds of exotic birds and distant roars fill the air. Deep in the heart of uncharted territories, where legends are born and battles become myths, two of the greatest hunters prepare for the ultimate showdown. Quick flashes of Kraven the Hunter sharpening his spear and Vandal Savage gazing over an ancient battlefield. Kraven the Hunter versus Vandal Savage, the ultimate hunt. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive into the most epic hypothetical battles in the comic universe. Today, we're pitting two legendary figures against each other, Kraven the Hunter and Vandal Savage. Who would come out on top in this clash of titans? Buckle up, grab some popcorn, and let's get into it. So picture this. A master predator and an immortal conqueror cross paths. Sparks fly, egos clash, and the hunt begins. But before we dive into the action, let's get to know our contenders a bit better. Kraven the Hunter, the ultimate predator. Alright, let's start with Sergei Kravenov, better known as Kraven the Hunter. Born into Russian aristocracy, Kraven lived a life of privilege. But luxury wasn't enough for him. He craved the thrill of the hunt, the adrenaline rush of facing deadly beasts in their own territory. Kraven isn't your average hunter. Thanks to mystical jungle potions, he's enhanced his strength, speed, and senses to superhuman levels. This guy can run with the cheetahs and wrestle with gorillas. Kraven is a master tactician, an expert in hand-to-hand combat, and an unparalleled tracker. He doesn't just hunt beasts, he stalks them, learns their patterns, and strikes when they least expect it. One of his most famous escapades? Kraven's last hunt. In this dark storyline, Kraven actually defeats Spider-Man, buries him alive, and takes up the mantle to prove he's the superior spider. Kraven is driven by an insatiable desire to prove himself as the world's greatest hunter. He's got this intense honor code: he won't use guns, considering them unworthy of a true hunter. His pride is both his strength and his Achilles heel. Vandal Savage, the immortal conqueror. Switching gears to Vandal Savage, this guy's origins date back, way back, to prehistoric times. Born as Vander Adg, a caveman who, after a mysterious meteorite crash, gains immortality. Vandal isn't just immortal, he has a regenerative healing factor that would make Wolverine nod in approval. Over millennia, he's accumulated knowledge, mastered countless forms of combat, and shaped entire civilizations. Throughout the DC universe, Vandal has been a thorn in the side of heroes like the Justice Society and the Justice League. He's been a pharaoh, a dictator, and even influenced major historical events. Immortality isn't all fun and games. Vandal carries the weight of endless time, which fuels his desire for power and control. He's seen it all, done it all, and sometimes that eternal existence gets a bit lonely. Setting the stage. Why they clash. So how do these two even meet? Let's cook up a scenario. Imagine a mystical artifact surfaces, a relic said to grant unparalleled power. Both Kraven and Vandal catch wind of it. Kraven sees this artifact as the ultimate trophy, while Vandal views it as another tool to cement his dominance. For Kraven, it's about the thrill and proving, once again, that he's the best. For Vandal, it's about eliminating threats and expanding his influence. They converge in an ancient jungle ruin, a place where Vandal's historical knowledge and Kraven's jungle prowess come into play. Dense foliage, hidden traps, and crumbling structures set the perfect stage for an epic face-off. Comparing strengths and strategies, Kraven thrives in environments like this. His heightened senses pick up the slightest movements. He can blend into the jungle like a chameleon, and his physical enhancements give him an edge over most opponents. But Vandal isn't most opponents. With millennia of experience, he's not easily surprised. His strategic mind can anticipate moves before they're made. Plus, that pesky immortality means he can take hits that would fell any normal man. Kraven's overconfidence might lead him into traps. He's so used to being the apex predator that he might underestimate Vandal. On the flip side, Vandal might dismiss Kraven as just another mortal, not realizing the extent of his abilities until it's too late. Kraven would likely set intricate traps, using the environment to his advantage. Think pits with spikes, poison darts, the whole 9 yards. Vandal, meanwhile, would leverage his knowledge, perhaps using ancient mechanisms within the ruins or outflanking Kraven with superior strategy. The hypothetical battle. The air is thick with tension. Kraven moves silently through the trees, senses on high alert. He spots signs of his prey, a broken twig here, a footprint there. Vandal watches from the shadows, fully aware he's being hunted. A slight smirk tugs at his lips. Let the games begin, he whispers. Their first encounter is brief, a clash of blades and a flurry of blows. Kraven is impressed, few can match his strength. Vandal is intrigued, it's been a while since someone posed a real challenge. Eventually, they meet in a clearing surrounded by ancient statues. The final showdown, Kraven unleashes his full arsenal, spears, daggers, bolos, while Vandal counters with masterful combat skills and uncanny resilience. Kraven lands a critical hit, seemingly taking Vandal down. Victory? Not so fast. Vandal rises, wounds healing before Kraven's eyes. The look of shock on Kraven's face is priceless. Outcome and analysis. So, who wins? If Kraven can't find a way to neutralize Vandal's immortality, it's game over. Vandal could eventually wear Kraven down, leveraging his endless stamina and strategic prowess. Alternatively, if Kraven discovers a method to incapacitate Vandal, perhaps trapping him in a way that even immortality can't immediately fix, he could claim victory, at least temporarily. Variables like environment play a huge role. In the jungle, Kraven has home field advantage. Preparation time is another factor. If Kraven knows about Vandal's immortality beforehand, he might devise a plan to counter it. In the grand scheme, it's tough to call. Vandal's immortality gives him a significant edge, but Kraven's skills aren't to be underestimated. It's a close match, but perhaps Vandal edges out as the likely victor due to his experience and inability to die. Fan theories and debates. Some fans argue that Kraven could find a way to nullify Vandal's immortality, maybe exploiting a weakness tied to the meteorite that granted his powers. Polls and forums are lit with debates on this matchup. Some stand firmly with Kraven, citing his victories over superpowered beings. Others back Vandal, pointing to his centuries of experience and influence. If this battle were to spill over into their respective universes, it could open doors for crossovers. Heroes and villains from Marvel and DC might get involved, leading to even more epic confrontations. Conclusion. So there you have it, a deep dive into what would happen if Kraven the Hunter took on Vandal Savage. It's a battle of skill versus experience, mortality versus immortality, and pride versus ambition. But hey, that's just our take. What do you think? Could Kraven outsmart and outhunt an immortal adversary? Or would Vandal's age-old tactics and resilience win the day? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more epic versus battles. Coming up, we have some insane matchups you won't want to miss. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll catch you in the next one. Montage of comic panels featuring Kraven and Vandal, with upbeat music playing. Narrator. Stay curious, stay legendary.